Hello, it's Christine with Christine Boho Plans. Welcome to Christine Boho Plans. Thank you for joining me today. Today, I'm going to talk about my top 4 favorite planner businesses. And I'm going to add on one honorable mention as another planner business that is likely to become a top favorite in my planner world. So also, as I'm talking with you about my top 5 planner businesses, I'm also going to be sharing with you about why I'm even here doing Christine Boho Plans, why I'm in the planner community, how I got here, and why this community and why this hobby and why planning and journaling is so important to me to begin with. Do you ever wonder when you're scrolling through Instagram, like, how did all these people get here? So many people in the planner community, right? Like, how did we all get here? So I am here to share my story. If you're interested in that, go get yourself a hot cup of tea, hot cup of coffee, or even iced tea, whatever makes you happy. Get yourself cozy and comfortable. I'll be here when you get back. Okay, welcome back. Let's get started. So, I'm curious, how did you get into planning? What brought you here? I'm going to tell you a little bit about what brought me here, okay? So, in my life, when I look back, I have journals that go back all the way to when I was like 10, 11 years old. And my writing, of course, has changed over time. The things I care about had changed over time. And when you read journals from years and years of journaling, like I was pretty consistent with my journaling all through my adolescence into my late 20s. Like when I go back and read about all the things that happened in my life and the things that were important to me and all the things that I learned over time, I can see like how much growth I've had in my life. And it's actually a pretty incredible feeling to do that. And when I look at all of those journals, I almost broke them out to like show you the pile, but it was too much to get into this cabinet where I'm storing them. But I mean, it's a pretty big pile, right? You know, I look at those journals and I think, this is history. This is my life history right here. And if like my future children were to like get a hold of those and read those, and if anyone that likes to read about people's lives would read those, they might find something inspiring about that. They might find, oh, well, she went through this and had this experience. They might connect to it in some way, or they might find like, oh, well, this is how something that she grew through. Maybe there's something more mindful I can do in my life to avoid the same conflict in my life, you know? Like, I actually like reading published journals of different people's stories for that reason. It just shares, you know, the human experience. And if we didn't write things down on paper and preserve it over time, we wouldn't know, like, people's experiences were from our past family history or just in the past in general. Like, I think paper journaling and paper planning is essential to, help us remember who we are, where we've come from, right? And as far as planners go, the organization piece is what started it for me. I was using planners I had to use it in college, but I was kind of on and off using it in college, but I really decided I needed a planner when I started graduate school. And I was just using I can't remember what they're called, or like day planners, I think day something planners. I'm drawing a blank, but I used to pick them up at Staples or office supply stores. And those were the kind of planners I pretty much used. Sometimes I would get my planner from like Barnes and Noble, get a really pretty planner. And sometimes I would order one off of Amazon, but either way, I would get like a different planner every year. And I would work with different strategies to help me improve my time management and to help me improve my organization skills and all of that. And looking back, I wish I would have kept all those planners because I didn't know that it would be important to me. Because even looking back at old planners, it's kind of the same as journals. It's like a piece of history. You can see how you have grown in your life. And in my case, like how I have grown and managed my time, how I have grown and like prioritizing what's more important to me. Like there are some planners I can look back at and see what it was I was valuing most at that time based on how much time I was spending on certain things, right? And I can see like, oh, well, if I don't want to continue this pattern in my life, then I need to change it, right? So having all of that documented and being able to go back and evaluate it and learn from it, that is everything to me. I just find it to be a gift, really, to be able to paper plan and paper journal and have that as a piece of my life history that maybe means something to someone else someday too. So that's a really important reason why paper planning and journaling is so important to me. So I want to tell you a little bit more about how I got into the planner community, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all my top 4 favorite planner businesses, and I'm going to kind of go from number 4 up, okay? And then I'll also do my honorable mention. All right, you ready? So here we go. So number 4, and I will tell you why this is number 4, because it is not as big a part of my life as I would like it to be. Other than planning, reading is actually another favorite hobby that I have, but I'm not a girl that can read like 200 books a year, y'all. Listen, I just can't do it. Like, a part of it is a time thing. I mean, I work a lot, throughout the day, and then I have commitments on the weekends, and there's other things I just want to do, right? But even if my goal is like to read 10 to 12 books a year, and for some of you, that's just like a tiny bit. Like, I know some of you are big readers out there and can read tons. That's not me. But because I love reading and appreciate reading so much, this is the Always Fully Booked planner. This planner is from a small business in Canada called Little Inklings Designs. And I'm going to link all these products in the description box below. So if you're curious about any of them, you can click on it. But I got this one for 2023. Another girl in the planner community actually introduced me to this little company. She's a big reader, and I was always impressed by her planner that she was using to help her organizing her reading. And then that's when she told me about it. So basically, it's a regular planner, but the focus through the whole planner is reading. Now, I got the horizontal layout. You can actually get a vertical layout too, right? And I've been using it as a book journal when I am reading. And it helps me to journal along the way when I'm reading so I can remember what's going on throughout the book, right? In the back of it, there's book reviews. And there's a lot of spaces in the planner where you can actually color. I think that's so cool. But the book reviews, you can write about your opinion of the book that you read and your experience with the book, how you read the book, all that kind of stuff, right? So this is solely a reading planner. Now, again, you can use this as your main planner too. This is perfect for those of you that like to do planning all the time and like to read all the time, right? So this is a perfect planner for you. But it's number 4 on my list because I'm only using it for reading purposes, and I'm not able to have the time at this point in my life to read as much as I would like to. But when I do read, I definitely use this to help me keep track of what I'm reading, journaling about what I'm reading, and all that kind of stuff. It also has a place in here, some trackers in here to track the movies you've watched during the year and the TV shows you're watching during the year. So I definitely use those pages as well. So this is number 4 on my list. And part of what makes a planner important to me, I really love supporting small businesses. If they share their values of who they are as a business, as a company, and my values align with theirs, I definitely want to support that. Yeah, those are 2 big things about planner companies that I really, that are really important to me. So this is a small planner business, and it's woman owned, which I also really appreciate. And yeah, it's in Canada. I can't remember where in Canada, but again, I'm going to link it below and you can look it up if you're interested. So Always Fully Booked Little Inklings Designs reading planner is planner number 4 of one of my top 4 favorite planner businesses. Okay, let's go to planner number 3. And that is my Happy Planner, my disc-bound planners. But I pretty much only use Happy Planner. I don't think I've used any other disc-bound planner other than Happy Planner. So Happy Planner has a very special part in my life, okay? This is my big Happy Planner, and this is a classic size Happy Planner that I'm using. So when during the pandemic in 2020, a lot happened. I mean, other than COVID, more in my life, a lot happened as a result of the stay-at-home mandate. A lot of things in my life changed at that time. My dog of 16 years actually passed away during that time, and that was like a huge, huge loss. It was really difficult. Actually, if you go onto my playlist, my videos playlist, I actually posted a video about it, and how I was using my planner to help me like process that and get through it. It was a pretty huge issue in my life at the time. It still is, but we all grow and we learn to adjust, right? When we're grieving someone we love, and that includes a pet. So at that time it was super hard. And, you know, other than working, like, and being in the house all the time, I needed something. And I was on Instagram and on YouTube. I found like your big influencers like Hell of a Plan and Planning with Bumble. And I started watching those videos and I was really inspired. And I was like, I want to do this. And so I started going to craft stores and finding the planners because I wanted to try it out for myself. I never saw myself as a person that would do like the decorative planning, which I don't know why, because I used to like scrapbooking. But during the pandemic, it like, I mean, this is going to sound dramatic, but it kind of saved me. It got me through a lot. Like being able to play with stickers and be creative in the Happy Planner, and different kind of layouts and experimenting with it, experimenting with Franken planning. It allowed me to have some joy in my life at a time that I didn't have a whole lot of joy going on. And we were stuck at home during that pandemic. And that is when I discovered the Happy Planner. And to this day, Happy Planner has a really important place in my life. And I still use the Happy Planner both functionally and creatively. And I love that these are customizable. You can adjust the pages however you want. And more importantly though, like these planners, I'm never going to stop using Happy Planner. Happy Planner is always going to be an important part of my life because of the joy it started in bringing in my life when I needed it most. So that sounds like a little bit of a dramatic story, but it's a true story. So I will always love Happy Planner and have Happy Planners as part of my journaling and planning system. So that's number 3, my Happy Planners. Number 2 is a little bit of a new planner business in our planner community. I just learned about them back in December, late December. I think if I'm right, they just came out in around November-ish, okay? And I gotta tell you, the reason I decided to try them out is because of this cover. And I've said many times in my videos, I am a sucker for pretty planners. I admit it, right? And when I saw this cover, it is so my vibe and everything. So I'm like, I need to try this planner. I love this cover. And I couldn't believe like what I got. I didn't expect it to be what it was. It really is a beautiful, beautiful planner. And actually I started to getting to know the people that have created the planner and a little bit about their story, why they're running their business, and they have a little bit on their website. This is the Colibri Paper Co planner. They are a small family business out in Upland, California, and they have a very special reason for running their business. Colibri means hummingbird in Spanish, and they have a special reason for naming their product Colibri. It's just, I love their story. They're very authentic. They listen so openly to their customers, and I love a business that I can build relationships with. And if you have concerns about the product, they really listen and they act on it really fast. For example, like this is like the first planner I purchased from them. The first planner, I can't remember what kind of paper they use, the weight of it, but certain pens that you would use did actually bleed through the paper, and they listened to those concerns. People let them know that, and they listened, and they actually improved the paper and all of their planners. So now their paper is 100-pound Mohawk fine paper, which ink shouldn't bleed through that. I'm going to do a pen test. I just got my planners for them with the new paper. So soon I'm going to do a video with a pen test to see if they bleed through. I don't think it's going to bleed through 100-pound paper, but the point of the story is that they listened and actually made a quick improvement to their product based on customer concerns. So they really do care about the customers that are purchasing their products. And it really is like holding a piece of art because every planner is handcrafted. I love that so much. And everything is created by them, from the cover design to the font to like how they put the planner together, everything about it. So it's an artisan made planner by this small family out in Upland, California, and I am here to support them. I love what they do. I love why they're doing it. I love what they've shared with me about their family background. They really are a great planner company to support. And you will see that I've been sharing a lot of how I've been using the Colibri Paper Co planner on my Instagram and my YouTube channel, just because I do support them so much. And I really do think it's a beautiful planner and more people need to know about it. So this is my number 2 favorite planner business, Colibri Paper Co. So number 1 is really special, near and dear to my heart. Okay, I have to be honest that I've been in and out of this planner over the last few years, but I always come back to it, and I have some thoughts about that. But let me tell you a little bit why this planner company is number 1 first, because it is because of this planner company that I got into the planner community to begin with. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a planner community. I had no idea. So when it was 2016-ish, like early 2017, I was looking for a planner because my job at the time required so much planning, and the planners I had and was using was not really cutting it for me. And I remember thinking I need to be a lot more intentional about the kind of planner that I'm getting to help me with being more intentional with my time management and being more effective with my organization and remembering information and all of the things. And I was scrolling on Facebook one day and I saw an ad on Facebook about this planner, and I actually went to the website and I was so intrigued by it. And then a friend of mine actually had used it and shared a little bit about it on Facebook, and that intrigued me even more. And so I'm like, what the heck, why not? And I really just thought, oh, I'm just buying a planner. I had no idea buying this planner was gonna like start me into a whole new life. I had no idea. Okay. So I got my first one in an academic version, meaning that the planner went from August through July, because it was summertime when I had purchased this. And I was really glad they had that available because I was buying a planner in the middle of the year. And I didn't realize there were so many YouTube videos out there on how to use this planner. That was the first time I learned about stickers and planners, how they can be helpful and just fun in planners. I found the community online and started like following them online, and I was blown away at how my life could change just by using a planner. So this planner company is Passion Planner, right? So listen, I started using Passion Planner in 2017, and I started using Passion Planner because I needed something that was going to help me be more effective at my job. And it really did help me a lot. And I didn't know a planner could like help you focus on goals the way this planner does. I remember the very first Passion Planner I got, like I remember doing this for the very first time. I took it so seriously. And it really did change my focus, and it really did change my planning, not just with work, but other parts of my life. I remember it got me thinking like, am I even in the right job? Is that part of why I'm so frustrated? You know, it was this planner that actually got me thinking I need to really start pursuing like other parts of my career, right? And it really did change my life. And so I just started out using it functionally. More and more I was bringing in stickers over the time. And then I bought another academic planner in 2018, and then I bought more stickers, and I was more engaged with the community at that time. The Passion Planner Ambassador program was a thing, and I was just really intrigued by all of it. And I was like, you know, I could really get into this. Like the journaling part of this also, I really loved. I love the reflection, and I still do, because it helps me, again, be more intentional with how I'm being productive or how I'm using my time or how I'm spending my life, quite honestly. And so, yeah, when was it? It was 2020, 2021, around then. I don't think it was 2020. It was 2021. I think. Now that I think about it, I applied to be a Passion Planner Ambassador because I was still using the planner since 2017. I'd used the planner for 2 or 3 years straight, and it still like was doing amazing things in my life. And so I wanted to be able to share Passion Planner with others. And by becoming a Passion Planner ambassador, that kind of got me more involved in the planner community. And it really, I mean, all of it, Passion Planner, like changed my life, literally. So now I have been in and out of Passion Planner since 2017. Trying different planners here and there. And honestly, with work and with my journaling, I always come back to Passion Planner. Always, always, always. Now, I really do try to experiment with other planners. That's actually fun for me to do. And I really do like to see what else is out there. And I've done that a lot in the last year because I have felt like, you know, I feel like maybe I have a little FOMO, maybe like a fear of missing out on some really cool planners out there that I know nothing about, right? And so I decided that I was going to focus 2022, and I still been doing that here in 2023, on experimenting with other planners, and I've done that. Colibri Paper Co is kind of right up there with Passion Planner at this point, just because the relationship I've started to build with them, and I appreciate their work a lot. And you know, part of the reason too that Passion Planner is one of my favorite businesses is because of the relationship. Not that I know anybody there personally, but you kind of build a relationship with a company after years of using their product, right? And I will say that there are people that have left the Passion Planner community because they were really frustrated that Passion Planner went through a period of really struggling with their business in terms of like shipping issues and packaging issues. And there were some other things in the Passion Planner community that things were being said about and whatnot. And I'm not saying that those things aren't real. And I'm not saying that maybe Passion Planner hasn't made some mistakes in the past. But listen, they are also the planner company that has the statement of it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to start. And sometimes you have to have growing pains to learn and grow, right? And you know, one thing I thought about was, you know, people in my life, like my best friend or my spouse or whatever, like they're not always going to do perfect things, and they're not always going to get it right in my life as far as my relationship with them, just like I'm not going to always get it right with them, right? But does that mean that I'm going to say I don't like them or I hate them or I'm going to like badmouth them in any way? No, I'm not going to do that, because I still have a relationship with them that I respect. And that's how I really do feel about Passion Planner. All in all, they have an amazing planner product here. And the other thing about Passion Planner is that I love their values. Their values 100% align with my values, and that I can't ignore. So they started out as a small business, okay? They really started out as a very small business, and then they exploded. So, you know, they're not as small of a business as they used to be, but again, I just from being a Passion Planner ambassador, and I do think that the people that work there now have like a really good heart and a really good desire to do good things in the world, and they support a lot of charities with the funds that they get from Passion Planners, and I just appreciate all of that about them. So Passion Planner, I am pretty sure, is always going to be gone in my life. I know that because I've had periods of time where I've tried other planners, and I always come back to Passion Planner for my work planning and my journaling. So Passion Planner, love you, I heart you, and thank you for changing my life. That's all I have to say about that. So yeah, okay, so quick review. Number 1 is Passion Planner, top favorite planner business. Number 2 is Colibri Paper Co. Number 2, top fave planner business. Happy Planner is my top 3, number 3 of my top 4 planner business, right? And then number 4 is the always fully booked Little Inklings Designs reading planner. Is my 4th favorite planner business, okay? And then I want to show you my real quick honorable mention with Natural Life. This is a daily planner, and I am putting out a video just showing more about the details about this planner. So if you're interested in that, it will be coming out on my channel soon. But Natural Life is a bohemian company, as I would call them. They have lots of hippie bright colors and lots of things made of 100% cotton. And I don't know, I really love the vibe of their business. And the paper in their planners is kind of like craft paper almost, and they have doodles in there, and I love the layout. The layout is very unique. And they also have to-do lists and shopping lists in the back of the planner that you can tear out and use if needed. Okay. Again, I'm going to do a whole video on telling you about this planner, but if you go to Natural Life, and again, I'll link this in the description box below, and click on their link and go to their stationery products, you will find this daily undated planner. And I think they actually have a regular dated planner too. So this is an honorable mention because I haven't had a chance to use it a whole lot, but I love what it looks like just sitting on my shelf, honestly, because it's really cool. It's totally my vibe and aesthetic, right? And I plan on using it a little bit more. I can see myself using this layout more during the summer, just because of how summer ends up usually being in our family. So anyway, those are my 4 top favorite planner businesses and my honorable mention. If I can inspire anybody else to capture your life experience on paper the same way that I have and experience like life-changing, like perspective from doing that, then by all means, that's what I would love to be able to inspire others to do, right? And I also really believe in supporting small businesses, especially woman-owned businesses, and just helping other people know that they're out there. Thank you for sharing this journey with me. If you've been here at Christine Boho Plans with me since the beginning of this channel, you might remember that I started this channel because of Passion Planner. And I actually started out as Christine Passion Plans because I was thinking that I was only going to be using Passion Planner, but I needed a happy planner in my life to continue that joy in my life. And I decided to allow myself to be more authentic on my channel, to show that I'm not just using Passion Planner. There's some other planners that mean a lot in my life as well. And I'm sharing all of it here. So I do have a very boho style, of a little bit of eclectic planning style. And I'm actually starting to settle into a more consistent style. And that's taken some time, you guys. Like, since I started planning in Passion Planner in 2017, I mean, and it's 2023 right now, my planning style is getting more and more consistent over time. So it doesn't mean that I don't change things up now and then, but I'm starting to see what works for me more long term, what doesn't work for me, what I need in a paper planner. And yeah, the journey is fun. The journey's interesting. And yeah, I have a whole shelf of planners, and I hope that someday others will be inspired by it too. So, and I hope that being on this channel that you guys are inspired here as well. So I would love to know your story and how you got into paper planning or paper journaling, and what brings you here, why you love watching planner videos, and yeah, tell me a little bit more about what brought you to this hobby and what made you interested in even watching this video. Okay, thank you so much again for being here today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.